And this book you should be using a lot. It's a huge book. It's like, a lot of content. So you cannot basically do everything, like each and every word of it. But then I'll just along the way tell you how to use it and what to skip. Okay. Can you please pronounce till 10?
0,
Zeho.
1,
Hmm.
2, 3, 4,
Hmm.
5,
Hmm.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Ok. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, only few of them you need to particularly remember. One of these are these 21s, 31s, 41s, 51s, kind of tricky ones. Not, how do you say this? Vanteya. Okay. Vada. Now here you say the T because there's a liaison, but here from 22 onwards you don't speak the T. Okay. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. This is 30, which is 30. Again, 31, something that you need to be aware of. 31. Ideally, you should try to write them down. A lot of times you might miss out on this hyphen. Okay. We know this. Aujourd'hui, demain. We know the saison. Uh, Even these two are masculine. Okay. Even though because they start with L apostrophe, so you might be wondering if they are feminine, but they are masculine. Okay. Seasons. These are some important ones. Je ne comprends pas. Pouvez-vous répéter s'il vous plaît? Ça se dit comment on dit en français. Vous pouvez répéter s'il vous plaît. This is nice. Arrobas is at the rate. Point, tihe. Hyphen is tihe. Okay. So see, it enhances your vocabulary, but it doesn't just enhance your vocabulary. It enhances your vocabulary in a way that is useful. What I mean to say is that, like for example, we have books which are only about vocab. So they just list down vocab like this. List, 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 list. List. But it's very difficult to learn vocab like that. Rather, you see, this is a full context. Pour demander et donner des coordonnées. Then you see this matters here, arrobas. Why? Because somebody is asking you, quelle est ton adresse électronique? Right? What is your email? And then you have to say mon adresse électronique or mon adresse mail, say whatever this your name is, and then sometime you'll have to use at the rate. So you let's say for example ksg arrobas gmail.com. Are you guys getting it? So
Oui.
the vocabulary is always in the context in this book. They give you the context, they give you a situation, and then they teach you the vocabulary around that, which is much better approach of learning vocabulary than just ratifying the list of vocabulary one after another. We learn grammar, that's what we do in our sessions. At the same time, the second important thing is to learn, increase the vocab, and that's why this book is handy for that. Okay, I strongly recommend doing this book with a partner. Okay, because it's highly interactive book, so you don't want to do it alone. You can do it alone, but preferable with a study partner. 30 and 1.
Yeah.
31. It's 30 and 1. Okay. How do I write 32? Okay, it's given here. So now only this 31, 41 you have to write like that. 21, 31, 41. Otherwise you put a hyphen, right? Like 30, de, 40, 41, 50, 51, 60, and how do you say 70? Anyone knows?
70.
Correct. Nice. Okay. I think in Quebec they have this for 70. In Quebec French or Quebecois French, they don't use 70, they use 70. For 80 also they use octant. That was just for your information. 70, 71. This is the one you need to be aware of. 71. Okay. We are so used to 41, 51, 61, 31 as a. This is A owns, ethons basically, if you could liaison. Okay, and then it follows the same pattern, these nerve, and then the one you need to be aware of is 80 with an S. So most people tend to miss this S in 80 because it is 420s. It's like 420s, so it's plural. We had discussed that last time. I'm again pointing it out. Then it remains the same 80, 82, 94, 91 again here there's no A, so it is different. 91 is now different than 71 in that regard, right? That there's no A here. Okay, here also there is no A. 81 doesn't have A, no A. There's no A here either. So these are some of outliers that you need to be aware of. 93, 94. Also remember where to use hyphens, or in French we say tihe. Okay. And this is 99, 99, probably the toughest of them all. Then we also studied how to say 100. Single 100 is 100, just 100. Whereas if you say 200, you say the 100 with an S. Okay, this is 100. If you say 200, it is the 100 plural. Okay, again, but if you are saying 201, then you say
A song.
but there's no S now, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So the small things, these are just few small things that you need to be aware of. When you do 200, 300, there is S. When you do 301, S goes away. Or 201, S goes away. Remember, there's no hyphen, tihe, between, like, this is 114. So there's no tihe here, okay? So just pay attention to these patterns, that's all. Then we have, as I said, 200, 300, 400, there's S here. Okay, so that. But when you write, 824, there's no S here now after 100. With 124. Okay. Then we have mil. Mil is again kind of exception, because if you say 2000, just the 2000, there's no S. Okay. So you don't have like the mil like this. No. Like if we had 200, we say the song with an S, right? Mil acts oppositely. You don't add extra S when you're saying 2000. Mil is 1000. Mil the. Again, no hyphen immediately after that. So that is similar to song. By the way, when you say 1005, you can just skip and you can just say mil sank. You don't have to say mil sank. You can just say mil sank. After 1000, we have just million, okay, which is a million. And then we have billion, which is a milliard, a milliard, a million, a milliard. So that is for million and billion. And unlike mil, these two get pluralized. Okay. For example, 4 millions, 4 million, right? With an S. The milliard with an S. So that is the difference between mil and million and milliard. To read out years, mil, because this is 1000, so you don't have to say or mil. You can say mil, but you can still say mil. Mil, 900, okay, no S. 78, okay. 2008, 2008. And how would we say this notorious year, Vijeta?
2001.
Okay. One thing to notice here is that thousands are separated with a space. Okay. So let's say we have like something like this. So usually in English, we have this tendency of putting comma, right? To separate thousands. Whereas in French, we separate them with a space. So like this.